Welcome back to FM Story. We're into the second half of season 12 of the Glory Hunt, our first season with Juventus, and things are going well. We're top of the table, we're in the knockout stage of the Champions League, but most importantly, we're still in the Coppa Italia. We're in the quarterfinals against Sassuolo, which is coming up first. So without further ado, let's get into the action. So, this is the side we picked for the quarterfinal. Is basically our strongest lineup available. And hopefully we can make it through to the semi-final. As you can see, Atalanta have already qualified. Inter went through after extra time against Empoli. And then Milan or Napoli. So it's going to be pretty high quality semi-finals, whoever gets there. Some early yellow cards there, but other than that, not an awful lot happening in the opening 10 minutes. Still very little happening in this first half. Corner for them though. The first highlight is going to be a goal for them. Into the near post. We've got a head on it. They've got it on the edge of the box though. And thankfully they couldn't keep it down. And there we are, half-time 0-0. One highlight in the entire half. We've had 8 shots and not had a highlight. So obviously we've not been great at all. And we need to be a lot better if we're going to make it through to the semi-final. We've sent the same team out to start the second half, give them a chance to redeem themselves. So they've got the ball at the back. Out wide on the right. Ball through the middle. Almost a collision between the goalkeeper and centre half. We've eventually kind of tidied it up, but again, still not a highlight for us. Right, a corner. Keenan yields to take it. Aims for the far post. And Vlahovic gets his head on it. Powers past the keeper. He got his hands to it but couldn't keep it out. And I mean, I would say against the run play, I mean, we've had a lot more shots. We've had a lot more possession. But this is the first highlight we've seen for us. We've managed to get a goal, get ourselves in front, and now we need to hold on for the last half hour. Right, we've brought some fresh legs on just to try and help us hold on here. They've got a free kick at the back. Poulsen wins it into Vlahovic. Bettini over the top looking for Canero. It's been cut out though. And now they're breaking. Ball into the box. We gave the ball away in a stupid place. They break, and then it's just it's a hopeful ball. There's no one actually in there. Lodwick blocks off the attacker, the first attacker. No one was following in when the second attacker was there. And that's 1-1. Right, Vlahovic. Back to Inacio. Poulsen. Inacio now. Back to Poulsen. He's turned and running at the defence. It's on to Kusiasari. Hits the post. And they've hammered the ball up the field. Into injury time. And there we are. Full time. We're heading for extra time. And we've got a very tired backline. Right, no changes made at the end of 90 minutes. Right, a corner for us. Beck to take it. Entering it to the near post. It's headed up in the air. Boyomo back to Beck. Lifts it to the back post. And the header hits the bar and goes over. Right, another corner. Beck to take it. Aims to the far post this time. The keeper comes and claims it. And then he goes long. Shablas is across to win it. Down the line for Kusiasari. We've got people in the box. Cross comes in. It's headed back to Kusiasari. Back to the back post. And there's Trolls Poulsen. Gets his head on it. But we're now looking to see whether Vlahovic was offside. Surely that can't be offside. What? So Vlahovic is in the centre of the box. He's offside. Doesn't go anywhere near the ball. And that's given offside. Right, into the second half of extra time. They've got to throw in our half. They're going back to the keeper. Now they try to come down the left-hand side. We are in trouble here. This is just an absolute farce. Right, they've got a free kick again. Free on the edge of the box. Oh my God. So the Coppa Italia is not ours this season. That was far too easy. Right. We've got 10 minutes to try and salvage something from this. But nothing's going to happen. Into the last couple of minutes and we're about to crash out of the Coppa Italia. I don't know how we managed to throw that away. But we were terrible in that second half of extra time. And now we've guaranteed ourselves at least one more season in Italy somewhere. Following that exit from the Coppa Italia against Sassuolo, we've had a bit of an interesting time. We immediately followed that up with a horrendous 3-0 defeat away at Hellas Verona. We drew 1-1 with the first leg with Villarreal in the first leg of the knockout playoff round. We then got a bit of revenge, beating Sassuolo 2-1 in the league. And then we beat Villarreal 3-0 in the second leg to go through to the last 16. We then got hammered away at Napoli before we won comfortably at home against Frosinone. We drew the first leg of the last 16 of the Champions League at home against Inter. Beat Palermo 2-1. Got beat 1-0 by Inter in the second leg to go out of the Champions League. And then we've had a fairly comfortable victory over Genoa and a pretty comfortable victory over Milan. What that means is with 9 games of the season left, we are currently 7 points clear at the top above Milan. It looks like we're heading for the title. That's all we've got left to play for this season. That will then bring the question of, do we move somewhere else? Because obviously next season we're only going to have the option of winning the Coppa Italia. Ideally, we would be finishing in 5th and qualifying for the Europa League, but I suspect that would stop us from being able to take charge of Juventus next season. So it looks like it may be another season at Juventus to try and win the Coppa Italia before then try to win the Europa League. So this is the side we've picked for the trip to Atalanta. It's a pretty strong team. We are missing Jonah Kusiasare and Sam Binch, who are both injured at the moment. And it's probably going to be a difficult task. We've not done particularly well against the big teams away from home. We've already lost to Inter away from home. We've already lost to Napoli away from home. And Atalanta are having a pretty decent season. They're currently sat in 4th. So it should be a tough game, but hopefully we've got enough firepower to pick up a result here. Right, they've got a free kick. Got 25 yards out. Smith to take it short. And luckily they've wasted a golden chance. That should be 1-0 to them. Right, throw into us. Shablas to Inacio. Lodovikes to Shablas. Inacio to Serie. We're just passing the ball at the round at the back here. Shablas now Keen Yildiz back to Moretti. Into Vlahovic. Keenan Yildiz on the left. Ball into the box to Garzon. Surely he's offside. I think he went far too early. And it's got to be an offside one. Surely. And it is. We eventually got the ball forward. Keenan Yildiz takes a touch and then chips it over the defence. And Garzon had just... He'd continued his run rather than try to hold it. Right, free kick to them. And luckily it whistles just over the top of the bar. Right, Lodovic's into Inacio. Moretti wide to Keen Yildiz, who's bumped off the ball. Boyomo wins it back for us though. Lodovic's to Inacio. Shablas to Moretti. Inacio again. Serie back to Lodovic's. Boyomo now bringing it forwards. And luckily Moretti gets back to win it back. And we've given the ball away in our half again. And one ball over the top and they're in behind. And we're 1-0 down. This is not looking particularly good here. Just a simple ball over the top, one touch, cross, header from 3 yards out, and we're 1-0 down. Right, goal kick for them. Peretz goes long. Lodovic wins a header, but straight to their player. And luckily Donnarumma turns it over. And then comes and claims the corner. We've been pretty abysmal in this first half. 1-0 down at half time, and we've dominated possession. We've had one shot. We've just, yeah. And we've also got some fitness issues as well. So, not great going into the second half. We were so bad in that first half that we made 4 changes at half time to try and get something from this game. Right, corner for them. Got a head on it. It's still alive though. And Donnarumma makes a save. It throws it out to Inacio. Wide to Beck. Down this left-hand side. He's gone a long way with the ball. Low cross into the box. It's cleared. Now they're breaking. Surely we've got enough players back here. But he's gone past... got away from 2 of them. And it's required a big block. And even still, they had a header from 6 yards out. Right, they've taken a free kick short in their own half. Gone back to the goalkeeper. He's gone out wide. That was so easy. How are we top of the league? We are so easy to pick apart. We're so easy to pick apart, so easy to pass around. And yet we're still going to, even after losing this game, we're going to be 4 points clear at the top of the table. Something's bizarre's happening. Right, and there we are, full time, 1-0. We went into the game thinking we were going to struggle. We have struggled against some of the teams at the top of the table away from home this season. And yeah, we were pretty dreadful in that game. We had 2 shots, none on target. And there we are, the end of another episode. We're rapidly approaching the end of season 12. And it seems a bit strange to be unhappy with being 4 points clear at the top of the table with 8 games left to play. But for this season, the one aim was the Coppa Italia, and the way we exited the Coppa Italia in the quarterfinal against Sassuolo was just embarrassing. All we can do now is go on and win the title. We're not going to finish in the Europa League spot, so there's going to be another decision to be made at the end of the season about whether we stay with Juventus to try and win the Coppa Italia next season, or whether we move on to a club that's in the Europa League that might also have a shot at the Coppa Italia if there's a job available. Join us next time to see if we can secure that league title. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.